we are going to talk about the news of the Azaan ban which has been coming out of Uttar Pradesh and its significance given it's the holy month of Ramzan. Hi Harsha.
Hi Tushar. First things first, there has been no ban on the Azaan or any order to such effect from the state government in Uttar Pradesh. So this whole furor started trending on Twitter where they said Azaan band nahi hogi, and people posted incidents in places like Farrukhabad and Ghazipur where local cops are said to have walked up to mosque officials and asked them not to broadcast the Azaan or any announcement, and the DM has ordered for the same as what they told them. But there are no physical copies of the orders, and one finds is some pamphlets, which only mention that the DM has ordered this. There's no signature or anything like that. But this sent certain regions and the Twitter into a frenzy, with Twitter warriors suddenly brandishing the government as communal and the usual fare.
But how did this all begin? Because this took off on Twitter. And we've seen similar incidents in Delhi also in the past. I mean, Delhi police was also clarifying the same. So where did this all begin? Where are the rumors coming from, if they are indeed?
Well, exactly like what happened in Delhi. Same two cops go off to a mosque and tell these things. But the Minister of State for Minority Welfare, Mohsin Raza in Uttar Pradesh, has clarified and said that at least in Ghazipur, where this was first reported from, there has been no such order, and he has spoken to the DM, and the DM had not issued any such orders, and that this might be the work of some mischievous elements. Now, the video of cops has been going around, informing about this order, and there are activists also who really, if you see, they don't have it in them maybe to verify before they can resort to Twitter trending or communalizing anything under the sun. And they kept adding fuel to the fire. So, they some tweets read that Uttar Pradesh police under Yogi Adityanath is using coronavirus pandemic to curb religious freedom of Muslims, when there has been nothing of that sort. So this is what needs to be probed now. And one needs to ensure that such things do not take place at this hour of crisis.
Harsha, one more question. These kind of incidents have the potential to flare up some very ugly communal events, right? So do you think it's a case of clear rumor mongering, or there is some crisis management at the end of government as well?
See, this one thing is very clear: the lack of communication, and that is key to crisis management. You're right. Be the attack of health officials in Moradabad, or the Padrayanpura incident in Bangalore, or a few days ago we had an incident here in Bangalore where thousands of people gathered outside a crematorium and they said we will not allow for a COVID patient's burial or cremation to take place. And all of this is being linked to one message or one kind of rumor that started off on social media or on WhatsApp groups. So this is what needs to be addressed right now, because this is the irresponsibility of a few, or miscommunication and misinformation and unchecked sharing of the same through the networks that we have today. So what we need is, loud and clear communication from the authorities, and this should be decentralized. Like the local authorities, the MLAs, the MPs need to be talking to these people, especially on these sensitive issues, and ensure there is no scope for rumor and activities of this kind. And as for misinformation, those who are doing this, they should be the ones tried, for inciting communal tension and disharmony, because that is the last thing you want at this hour.
And to conclude, if we look at the larger picture, given the social distancing norms are in place and they would be in place for the rest of the month, do you what's your larger take on the entire Azaan issue? Because some people may heed to the call and gather in large numbers, and that could be a problem for the local government or the local authority. So what's your take if we take the larger picture into account?
Yeah, see, the loudspeaker has been a bone of contention for years now. Few months ago, if you remember, a Jaunpur resident had petitioned the Allahabad High Court against an order that prohibited the use of loudspeakers in two mosques there in Jaunpur. Now, the Allahabad High Court also dismissed the petition and stated first that no religion preaches or prescribes that prayers are required to be performed through these loudspeakers or by beating drums. Also, there is no mention of any loudspeaker for any prayer call in any religious book. I mean, loudspeakers are hardly 100 years old. While that may be so, maybe what we need to see right now is, can there be an alternative? Say apps, or we have the technology today. Maybe this can happen through a more personalized device through which the Azaan can be broadcasted, because the key is to maintain law and order and harmony in the country right now. Second is, maybe this is also a good time for religious community power to enable and strengthen the battle against corona. Why not use, like in this case, see, unfortunately, a large portion of the COVID positive cases are those who attended the Tablighi Jamaat or their contacts. And like today, one hears in Kanpur, for instance, madrasas are emerging as hotspots. So this is an unfortunate situation, and maybe this would be a good time for the leaders of these communities to take the tool at hand. Given that the call for the Azaan happens 5 times a day, maybe they can take this also as a way to talk to their people, remind them of their responsibilities and duties, be it to follow the lockdown or social distancing, hygiene habits, or maybe to encourage people to test for the virus and if they be symptomatic or travel history. So maybe this tool can be used in a more productive fashion. And let's stop making issues out of non-issues, and stop paying heed to rumors like this.
Thank you, Harsha. That was really an interesting perspective on the entire issue. And we hope people adhere to the social distancing norms even as the festivities go underway. Thank you for watching.